Now we're being seen around the world on our live video stream that just fired up. That's available to you from our website at talk973.com. That's talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has a icon top middle of the page has the link that will get you to the video. On your mobile device, fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search. If you're on your mobile device just needing our audio, or you need to fire up a streaming service such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer. Many others are out there. Almost all of them will work except iHeartRadio with this station. Just put WEEB in the search. And if you're on our website at talk973.com, click that icon in the upper right-hand corner of any of our web pages where it says on the air, listen live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, high around 61. Then tonight, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, just a 30% chance, both today and tonight. A low of 46, so that means you'll have an annoying shower here and there. Thursday.
Quite annoying.
Yeah, tired of it. Thursday, you're going to get wet. Rain likely, cloudy, and a high of 52. Same for Thursday night, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, a low of 38. Friday, no mention of rain, partly cloudy, 56. Same for Sunday with 61. Monday, 67. And Tuesday, rain returns with a high of 70. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are calm, visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure is 29.98, 2.45, humidity 86%. It's sunny and 49 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM WEEB. It's one of the heavy metal songs I actually like. So.
Yeah, there's a few that you can get into and listen, have some fun.
Played by long-haired hippie types, as they called them back in my day. You'd be listening to Police Scanner, and they would say, looking for a white male, long-haired hippie type. So we knew who they were. All right, 7:35. Let's talk a little bit about the election. John Zumwalt will be here with the Zumwalt Zone next hour, and we'll talk a whole lot more about the election. But every time we get a chance to drain that swamp, the deep state comes in and puts out the negative ads and stuff like that, and people won't make the jump.
No.
You get a chance to drain it, you just won't drain it. I don't get it. Next time I think if they want to, Jeff and John and myself will post our ballots up ahead of time, our sample ballots, so you see how we think.
Oh, well, I think they can tell from listening.
No, I've had numerous people say I haven't been able to listen to all the interviews, but what are you voting for?
Oh, okay. Well,
I'd send them my sample ballot.
If somebody's interested, I'll show them. I mean, it's a vote. Everybody's entitled. So,
yeah, that's right. Anyway, you can consider it and vote for yourself. But Jamie Bowles returns back to the House of Representatives. He garnered 60% of the vote to Bob Timmy's 40%. That was a little bit of surprise to me there. Jamie went negative on one of his mailings that was full of falsehoods, but
yeah, that was uncalled for. That really was.
Well, people read those postcards; those are pretty effective. And another one that did it was Hardin with a bunch of false allegations.
Yeah, those were.
And he was flooding mailboxes with cards, and those cards mailings are expensive. They're anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 per mailing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that particular race got a little down in the mud.
Yeah.
A lot down in the mud, I guess, on your perspective.
Steve Bybee finally got vindicated from getting shafted last election.
Yeah, by our swamp.
When they the swamp put in a third candidate just to dilute the pond, and he barely lost. Anyway, he wins 85% of the vote, so little doubt who won that one. Like I said, on District Attorney, Mike Hardin walks away the winner over Arthur Donadio, 63% to 36%. Louis Gregory, he sat there for 4 years and let the school board run all over him. You're sending him back again.
Well, we'll see if
53% of the vote.
He woke up after a couple of people talked to him and said, hey, you said one thing, you haven't done it. We'll see if he carries through.
He says, oh, yeah, I'm going to look after that school board. I'm going to check them everything.
Right. You'll know.
Yeah, you said you had 4 years to do it, and you sat there like a bump on a log.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he continues with what he showed here in the last couple of weeks.
If he'd been up there fighting for us, I'd be voting for him. But he wasn't.
I would have, but you're right. Yeah, 3.5 years, $90 million, $100 million. There.
Unaccounted for.
Right.
And it's getting a little ridiculous. We can't get an accounting of the money.
Well, I think that's part of it. You don't. The swamp doesn't want anybody to get in there and actually take a look at what's going on.
Ron Jackson, who was a good man, would have been perfect for the job, got defeated in that race. Then for the school board, for District 2, Helen Wallen Miller and Robert Levy will be in a runoff. There was less than a percentage difference in the vote.
Yeah, would they both get over 40%,
like 300,
right?
200 some votes difference.
Yeah, they both had over 40%, so that triggers the runoff. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So we'll see with Crystal Williams out of the race. There's 4,000 votes to be split. How it splits will decide.
Well, the upshot on that particular race is that enough people woke up to the hypocrisy of Wallen Miller to say, hey, she doesn't deserve another chance. And she doesn't because of what she's done. All you got to do is look and see what's happened to our school system under their little tutelage there in Grimacy, and you'll understand.
Love Canal Elementary disappeared.
Well, that's a disaster waiting to happen. But, so Robert Levy, got in here, and enough people see it for what it is, and hopefully, he can.
And he's more than qualified to do the job.
Well, he's already been on a school board.
Been on the school board. He taught.
He was on the school board when you actually had good schools here.
Yeah. But now all we got are D's and C's and B schools. Yeah. No A schools. And they want to get rid of the D's by shuffling people around.
Right, yeah.
Instead of
average
teaching.
It out, right. Instead of teaching, et cetera. And when you look at our surrounding counties and WRAL, well, it was published. It was in the paper that, surrounding schools here with larger populations of underprivileged kids, much larger populations of underprivileged and minorities have better grades in their schools. So, the Grimacy shot here that for some reason underprivileged and minorities are the problem in trying to get a B-rated school or a B-graded school, that doesn't wash, because other counties can get it done, and we can't. No. And our answer here from Wallen Miller is to pick up kids and smear them around so that we can average out all the school grades. Yeah,
and the result is that not nearly, we spend money on Love Canal schools and all the passive solar effects of a school design and way over design them. Yeah, build monuments to John Barath.
Right, all the things that don't matter to that little kid walking in.
The money doesn't get to the classroom is what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, hey, solar power and hydro power, et cetera, none of that does anything to make that kid any smarter. Yeah. Sorry, it doesn't.
District 5, all of the education, Board of Education, there'll be a runoff between John Weaver and Philip Holmes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did see that.
Neither one, they got the magic, what is it, 42%, I believe, or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know what the...
I think it's 42 that you got to have in order not to have a runoff. So
Yeah.
Weber got 39, and Philip Holmes got 36.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're going to have to start hitting this. We'll find out when the runoff date is going to be. I'm sure they haven't really thought of that yet because, we didn't have a runoff yesterday, scheduled. So as soon as we find that out, we'll start hitting this. We got to get these candidates in here. It would be lovely to have both sides, have Robert Levy and Helen Wallen Miller come in here so we could have some rational discussion on some things. But Helen Wallen Miller would never walk in here to actually try to speak logically.
Well, she's been in here before. I don't think she'd come now.
No, she's not going to come now.
Don't know why. And the Sheffield Township malt beverage election against won with 61% of the vote.
Yeah, what was that all about? Since that was in a township, I didn't have a vote on that. I'm wondering what they were actually looking to do.
Voting whether you can sell wine or beer there.
Oh, those they don't allow those sales there at all?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's up to the locals then.
Yeah. All right. And as far as the presidential election in North Carolina, Biden won the state, and Bernie came in second, I believe. And on the Republican side, Trump got, last time I checked, 92% of the vote.
Yeah, he was way up there. Yeah, there was quite a few undecideds or no preferences. I'm wondering what that's all about, but
And you always got a few that go, I don't know.
Well, I
don't want Trump. Well,
I'll be honest, I didn't even look at that. Was no preference an actual, bubble to fill?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, I didn't even look at it. Just, I voted for Trump, but I don't know why you put no preference down there.
Well, it might not be on the ballot, but if your ballot exists
and it didn't have a vote in it,
you don't have a vote in there.
They count that.
Goes to no preference.
All right. Well, that's. Yeah.
But that's the way it turned out, and so anyway, John will be in here. We'll break it down some more for you then.
So 92, whatever Trump got, 92% of Republicans.
Oh, I know it was Moore County. I believe that's what it was.
In Moore County. Okay.
92%.
So, 92% of the Republicans support Trump, and then we have 8% that can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you're listening and you're one of those 8%, come on in and we can talk to you. Be irrational.
That's like on the nationwide vote. They always look for those undecided.
Yeah.
They've been campaigning for a couple of years,
right.
And it's 2 days away. I haven't decided yet because I'm stupid. I want to hear more about education or gun control. Yeah, if you haven't heard it by now, or you can't, they've already said it 5,000 times, you got to hear it again, you're stupid. Here's your stupid sign. Wear it proudly.
Here's your sign.
Yeah, here's your sign. Who was that comedian that did that? I saw him in Raleigh. He was pretty funny.
Yeah, I can't. His name just flew out of my head.
He go, he's dead now, but he go, I didn't know. Must be a law. Like riding in the left lane and jamming up the whole highway.
That wasn't on the ballot. I missed that one. I'd have voted against. Operation Chaos.
And I'll tell you a couple other things that really ticked me off yesterday. I went to Seven Lakes and back. And every single Jackson sign was knocked down. There wasn't one left standing. But every Lewis Gregory sign was intact and in place.
Yeah.
And there was always a Lewis Gregory sign around where the Jackson sign had been picked up and thrown on the ground. And the same holds true for Donadio.
Yeah, yep.
All the way to Seven Lakes and back, he used to have 70 of them, at least. And only 2 survived.
Yeah, there weren't many left over on my travels anywhere. So, yeah, that's pretty...
Yeah. That's,
you can't...
We had it here. We had it here. Sunday night, one of Hardin's supporters came on the property...
Right.
And stole every one of our Donadio signs. We had 7 of them out there. And they thought it was okay to steal someone else's sign.
Yeah.
And take away my right to express my preference by stealing the signs. You know, and that's the kind of, if that's the kind of character your campaign has, well, that reflects directly on you. And, I'm really don't want it. There's not much I can do about it now, but hold my nose and put up with it. But don't worry, we're going to be watching. Now, if I get a parking ticket, I'll probably get a prison sentence with it.
Yeah, you better be careful. You double parked out there by the post office, getting your mail.
Oh, you're a quarter inch too close to this line over here.
Yeah.
Hands against the wall. We got a place for you downtown, and we'll call your case in 15 years. Kind of like they're doing over there in Hoke County to June McCoy.
Yeah,
he's been sitting there 15 years without a trial.
I got to find out more about that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, it is 7:48. Let's get slap a few smiles on your face before we get out of here this hour. Let's start out with our late night Unix and see if they grew one between them and can make you laugh.
Probably.
Many of the votes for Super Tuesday were cast by U.S. mail. Yeah, which means we will never know the results, ever.
According to reports, Pope Francis tested negative for the coronavirus after suffering from a cold for several days. So relax, everything's fine, and you can all go back to drinking from the same cup as 500 other strangers.
Netflix has announced they're holding a comedy festival in Los Angeles. Unclear if they'll have kitchens so people can sort of listen to some of the jokes while they make dinner in a different room.
An Ohio man is attempting to break a world record by drinking only beer during Lent. If you're wondering what he's giving up, I'm guessing custody?
That's funny.
All right, well, people have a tendency to not pay attention to a lot of facts, and thus we get wrong candidates elected. That goes to show just how epidemic one virus is out there.
Lately, widespread attention's being paid to the coronavirus. However, there's an even more common disease that's been around for decades, and you or someone you know may already be affected. It's moronavirus. Symptoms vary, but can include thoughts like, that stripper really likes me, so I claim 15 kids on my taxes. The IRS will never check it. Or the all too common, I drive a Lincoln Navigator, so I'll park in that space clearly marked compact only. If you think you've got moronavirus, please stay home. Do yourself and everybody else a favor. The moronavirus, because you can't fix stupid, and you can't cure it either.
That reminds me, if Biden should, by some miracle, win the presidency, he could be the first president to serve a jail term in a foreign country.
There you go.
Him and his son share a jail cell over in Ukraine.
Yeah, if the press wanted to pick up on something and pound it to death, there's the perfect example where Biden was the point man to Ukraine. And he told Ukraine they had the $1 billion. And I'm not talking about that pro quo tape. And he told them, okay, we'll get you X amount of dollars, billions of dollars. But we want a certain amount of that money earmarked for Burisma.
Right.
And we want our son to sit on the board at Burisma.
Yep.
And collect $83,000 a month.
Yep. Let's launder some money.
Yeah, basically. So the taxpayer basically funneled the money to his son that way. His other brother, who has zero construction experience, all of a sudden joins a construction firm as up there on the board. And that construction firm all of a sudden magically, thanks to Joe Biden, got $150,000 contract. Got a contract to build 150,000 homes in Iraq. 150,000 homes in Iraq. That's the size of Kerry.
Yeah, well, hey, the Democrats, man, they got some gems running for president. What can you say?
So his brother's all set up, and he set up Kerry's son-in-law, and there was another one. I forget which one.
Yeah. No, it was his daughter or his niece.
Yeah.
One of those. She got to be the CEO of some PAC or something at the tender age of 32 or something,
I wonder what he thinks at night. People voting for me, boy, are they dumb suckers.
No, he doesn't think that at all. He just, he's thinking about the next place he can try to rip off. That's what he's thinking about.
When he was a congressman, a senator, his net worth was around $500,000.
Right.
Today, last year, he filed income of $14 million.
Yep.
And has never produced a single job.
Nope.
Amazing. Shows like 90 Day Fiancé feature people who believe they're in love with people who live in other countries that they met online. Some of them never show up to meet the other person. Now there's a new show for people who refuse to give up on finding love.
From the creators of 90 Day Fiancé and Love is Blind, it's the groundbreaking new experiment to find your life partner. It's Love in a Vast Cave.
Hello? Am I here alone?
One man left in a cave for 20 days. Will he find love?
So you're the quiet type, huh? I know it's hard to see in here, but I'm an athletic build.
Can love survive complete darkness and uninhabitable living conditions?
Oh, great, I think I hear something. Is that you, my love? Oh, no.
Love in a Vast Cave, streaming on Netflix.
And it's time for our special feature. Politics aside, Bernie Sanders is just an ordinary guy doing ordinary things. Let's check it out for today's edition.
Bernie Sanders doing ordinary things.
Sometimes on the campaign trail, I like to take an Uber. Millions of Americans in this country cannot afford an Uber. This is why when I'm in the White House, I'm going to introduce the Uber subsidy bill. So ordinary Americans can ride in the 2003 Toyota with an air freshener tree hanging from the rearview mirror anytime they want to. I will also help you if you want to buy a tuba and if you want to get a haircut to look like Gooba. This is how young people say, I stay wake.
This has been Bernie Sanders doing ordinary things.
Bernie. Oh, man. It's just beyond me. It really is.
Another guy who's never produced a single job, but he knows how to take your money and spend it. Right. There's another one that conned a university in order to get grant money to hire his wife to be the chancellor. She ran the college right straight into the ground because she knew how to spend the money and jumps out with her $1 million parachute just before it crashed and burned.
All right.
Yeah, he knows how to spend your money so it ends up in his pocket. And now they have 3 homes.
Yep.
Including their, what do you call it?
Well, one's a summer camp.
Summer camp home.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You go to yours too, don't you?
Yeah.
No, because you don't have one. And that SOB will try to take every penny you got and give it to it's just the old saying, take it from those who earned it and give it to those who didn't.
Right. Well, with Bernie, if Bernie were to win and get majorities in the Senate and the House, what would happen is you'd have government control of your retirement funds. So if you have IRAs, 401ks, etc., the government would take control of all of that and deal it out to you as they see fit, not as you see fit.
And tell you, go earn some more.
Right. They'll absorb it into the disaster, which is Social Security.
Well, I'll leave you with a good news story. The owner of a pizza place near Buffalo, New York, is putting photos of shelter dogs on pizza boxes to get them adopted. And she's offering $50 coupons for free pizza to anyone who presents a flyer when they adopt a dog. A woman from her local shelter came up with the idea, and she loved it.
Pizza boxes are pretty plain, so you add a shelter dog to it. You know, it adds a little fun into the mix.
So it takes nothing, right? And whatever I can do, because I'm really trying to help.
I reached out to Mary Alloy of Just Pizza, and I said, we would like to advertise our shelter dogs on your pizza boxes. What do you think? And she immediately said yes.
I couldn't wait. I never expected it to do this. We're going to just keep on doing it till they're all adapted.
I just hope that, you know, one day maybe we can walk into the shelter and have all the cages cleared. That is what I hope comes out of this.
And a video has been making the rounds of a cat in a surgical cone who can't get to his food, but another cat uses his paw to hold the bowl down so he can start eating.
He is literally holding the bowl down for him because every time he leans on the bowl, it lifts up. And he's holding it for him. If this isn't the sweetest thing I have ever seen, oh my gosh. He's like, don't worry, buddy. I got it. Oh my God.
All right, two feel-good stories to make you feel good.
There you go.
All right, coming up on 8 o'clock, all your latest news, sports, and weather is coming your way. And following all that, John Zumwalt will join us to discuss yesterday's election with us.
Good morning, everyone. We're starting mostly cloudy this morning. Few showers possible this afternoon, really to the south of the area, and temperatures back in the low to mid-60s for today. Tonight, mostly cloudy sky. Could still see a few showers across the area, back in the low to mid-40s for Thursday morning. Mostly cloudy sky Thursday afternoon. Still back in the isolated to scattered rain category to the south, and temperatures in the low to mid-50s. With the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Ron DeRockstra. Both top vote getters declared victory last night as the results of Super Tuesday ballots were being counted. Joe Biden, who appeared to have won 9 of 14 states, says his campaign is very much alive.
This campaign will send Donald Trump packing. This campaign is taking off. Join us.
Meanwhile, Bernie Sanders didn't do as well as pundits had predicted, but he did win delegate-rich California.
What we need is a new politics that brings working-class people into our political movement, which brings young people into our political movement.
And Tulsi Gabbard, who won at least one delegate in American Samoa, but otherwise polled in low single digits, if at all, says forces in the Democratic Party are maneuvering to get the candidate they want nominated.
A lot of lobbying efforts being made in preparation for the Democratic Convention saying, well, hey, if voters in this country pick a candidate that the powerful elite don't like, we got a backup plan to overrule the voices of the people.
The rapid spread of the coronavirus is forcing travelers to reconsider their trips.
COVID-19 has now sickened more than 92,000 people around the world. Of those, some 3,100 have died. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is recommending people avoid all non-essential travel to China, Iran, South Korea, and Italy. It also says older adults and those with chronic medical conditions should postpone travel to Japan. It's all prompting airlines and hotels to adjust their cancellation fees, waiving them in many instances. Meantime, travelers going through with their plans are buying more cancel for any reason travel insurance. I'm Ben Thomas.
Check out more news and analysis at townhall.com.
If your family depends on your income and something happened to you, what would happen to them? You need life insurance, and SelectQuote can help you get it at a price you can afford.
SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, who's in excellent health, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month.
Not in perfect health? Don't worry.
SelectQuote found Tanya, 40, who has type 2 diabetes, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $32 a month.
We shop companies like Protective, Prudential, American General, and others to find you the company with the best rates. Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
For your free quote, call 1-800-880-7474. That's 1-800-880-7474. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-880-7474.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at selectquote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Military spokesman Sonny Leggett says Taliban forces conducted over 40 attacks on Afghan troops in the southern Helmand province.
Leggett calls on the Taliban to stop the attacks and uphold their commitments based on the agreement signed on February 29 between their leaders and peace envoy Zalmay Khalilzad in Doha, Qatar, which laid out a conditions-based path to the withdrawal of American forces. President Donald Trump had on Tuesday spoken on the phone to a Taliban leader, making him the first American president believed to have ever spoken directly with the militant group.
It's Charles De Ledesma reporting. Greek authorities fired tear gas and stun grenades Wednesday morning to repulse a push by migrants to cross its land border from Turkey as pressure continued along its frontier after Turkey said its own border with Europe was open to whoever wanted to cross. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Congress is close to reaching a bipartisan deal on coronavirus funding, with negotiators for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell close to a $7 to $8 billion package, which could be unveiled this week.
Republicans have been wary of any coronavirus funding bill being used to reauthorize expiring surveillance powers under FISA. Democratic Caucus Chair Hakeem Jeffries says a House bill will address FISA at another time.
Well, it's not my expectation that it will be attached to any legislation that is moving this week.
Minority Whip Steve Scalise says Republicans hope reforms will be included in any bill addressing FISA.
We are still working to try to get a renewal of the FISA law while addressing the reforms that are needed to go and hold those people accountable who abuse the FISA court.
Members say this week's focus is coronavirus funding. Bernie Bennett, Capitol Hill.
The Supreme Court today takes up the first major abortion case of the Trump era. More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm Ron DeRockstrom.
If you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, I've got some good news. Now, you've got a choice. Aaron Cooper of Cooper Ford and Carthage is proud to announce Cooper Auto Choice, because he understands how important it is that you have choices when it comes to purchasing a pre-owned vehicle. He knows that families work hard for every dollar, and for a lot of families, an affordable, dependable vehicle could make all the difference in the world. Cooper Auto Choice should be your first choice if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. At Cooper Auto Choice, the price you see is the price you pay, period. Choose from a huge inventory of pre-owned vehicles, priced to move, and backed by the Cooper commitment of quality. At 1010 Old US 1 in Southern Pines. Call 910-725-1111 or visit CooperAutoChoice.com and start shopping online today using the Cooper Auto Choice virtual showroom. Now you have a choice at Cooper Auto Choice. Make Cooper Auto Choice your first choice for a pre-owned vehicle.
Are you a do-it-yourselfer, home builder, or remodeler? If so, bring in the best deal you're getting in Moore County for your flooring, and Hardwood Liquidators will match it and beat it. Right now, we have over 130,000 square feet in our warehouse stacked with solid engineered, laminate, and waterproof luxury vinyl plank. Like the farmhouse look, our farmhouse bandsawn French oak solid flooring starts at $449 a square foot. Financing is available with approved credit. We're at 707 South Pinehurst off Highway 1, right across the street from McNeil Oil. Or call us at 910-757-0478. Hardwood Liquidators. More floor, less money.
For more than 100 years, Pines Funerals has been there for Moore County families when they needed us most. We continue to build on tradition of trust by serving all your funeral and memorial needs from any of our convenient locations. Nestled in 15 acres of wooded landscape along Morganton Road, Pine Lawn Memorial Park offers memorial gardens, mausoleums, a chapel, and a beautiful brand new funeral and cremation center slated for completion in 2020. For free, pre-planning information or to schedule a tour, call Pines Funerals at 910-947-2224 or visit pinesfunerals.com today.
NCN News, I'm Jeff Hamlin. Cal Cunningham has won the Democratic primary for U.S. Senate in North Carolina. Cunningham now will face Tom Tillis for the U.S. Senate seat in November. As for the next 8 months, Cunningham says he wants to listen to all of North Carolina's citizens.
I want to hear from you. I want to connect with you. I want to have the opportunity to hear your story and build a relationship with you. And it's okay if we don't agree on all of the issues.
Current Republican Lieutenant Governor Dan Forest defeated State Representative Holly Grange for the GOP nomination for governor. He gave a victory speech last night and says the campaign ahead will be tough.
Our job is to push forward with a positive campaign about what is best for the people of North Carolina. So that's what we intend to do. So thank you guys for being here today, and we look forward to running over the next 8 months.
Forrest faces Democratic incumbent Roy Cooper. In North Carolina, the biggest surprise on Super Tuesday came in the GOP lieutenant governor's race. Mark Robinson, a first-time candidate, defeated State Superintendent of Public Instruction Mark Johnson and former Congresswoman Renee Elmers to win the Republican nomination. Robinson works in a furniture factory and led the GOP pack with nearly 33% of the vote. He rose to prominence in April 2018 when he made an impassioned plea supporting gun rights to the Greensboro City Council.
We're the first ones taxed and the last ones considered and the first ones punished when things like this happens, because our rights are the ones that are being taken away.
Wake County Representative Yvonne Hawley won the Democratic Lieutenant Governor nomination and will oppose Robinson in November's general election. Also last night, Governor Roy Cooper defeated challenger Ernest Reeves to win the North Carolina Democratic primary nomination for governor. You're listening to NCN News.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month or less. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway included at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/access now to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes taxes and fees. Includes 1 terabyte of data per month. Data overage charges apply. For details about data allowance, go to att.com/internet-usage. Geographic and service restrictions apply.
Joe Biden was declared the winner of North Carolina to start the most pivotal night of the Democratic primary. Biden went on to also win Virginia, as well as Minnesota, Texas, and 5 other states. CBS correspondent Chip Reed believes that young North Carolina voters could turn the state blue this November.
And most of those voters coming in to get jobs in the tech industry are younger, they are more diverse, and they are more educated. And Democratic analysts say that is a recipe for Democratic voters. They believe, and they may be wrong, but they believe that's why in November this will become a blue state, following in the mold of Virginia.
Senate Democratic leader Dan Blue believes that North Carolina could have Democratic victories throughout the ticket after Super Tuesday's primary results. Blue told Spectrum News how that will happen.
So if we're going to be successful, we got to flip the chambers, both House and Senate in North Carolina, pair that with the governor, and address the issues really challenging us in the state.
A person in Wake County has tested positive for coronavirus as the first case of the virus in the Tar Heel State. The person is in isolation at home, and Governor Roy Cooper said that the person is doing well. He stressed simple common sense measures to reduce the risk.
I encourage businesses and employers to review policies for remote working and make sure workers aren't being encouraged to come to work when they're sick.
The person did spend time in Washington State and has visited a long-term care facility where a number of cases have been reported. North Carolina is at least the 15th state to report a case of the virus. A brawl broke out at the end of a high school basketball game in Creedmoor last night between South Granville and Reedsville. The game was stopped with 19 seconds remaining. It is yet to be completed. Jeff Hamlin, NCN News.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Mostly cloudy sky this morning, and we'll see that stay with us for this afternoon. A few showers, though, possibly south across the area today, and highs back in the low to mid-60s. Tonight, mostly cloudy sky still. Those few showers south will still remain, staying dry to the north with low temperatures back in the low to mid-40s. Thursday, mostly cloudy sky, isolated to scattered rain primarily south, with highs back in the low to mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we're looking at partly cloudy, 51 degrees. Humidity 83%, dew point 46, pressure is 3002, and winds to calm, visibility 10 statute miles. And our news this morning, the topping the news, of course, was yesterday's election. And here are the results here in Moore County. We'll be talking about these extensively at the bottom of the hour. For the North Carolina House of Representatives District 52, Jamie Bowles wins with 60% of the vote over Bob Timmie. North Carolina Court Judge, District 19D, C4, Steve Bybee wins 85% over 14% for Curry. Then for District 29, District Attorney, Mike Harden wins 63% over Arthur Donadio, 36%. Louis Gregory defeats Ron Jackson for the Board of Commissioners, District 2 seat by 53% to 46%. Helen Wallen Miller and Robert Levy will be on the fall ballot as they garnered within 1% of each other. Helen Wallen Miller getting 41% and Robert Levy 40%. Also on the fall ballot will be John Weaver for the school board and Philip Holmes. Both were close enough to each other that no winner was declared. And Weaver got 39% and Philip Holmes got 36%. And that's basically your election results here in Moore County. And like I said, we'll talk a lot more about this at the bottom of the hour. And other news this morning, First Health Moore Regional Hospital, including its Richmond and Hope campuses, has once again been recognized as one of the state's best hospitals and as a top hospital in patient satisfaction by Business North Carolina magazine. Both First Health Moore Regional Hospital, Hoke, and Richmond campuses share this recognition because they are divisions of Moore Regional, the flagship hospital in Pinehurst. And a programming note this morning, Mark Stein will be the guest host for the Rush Limbaugh Show today from noon to 3. Rush is scheduled to return again tomorrow. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning. Stand by. Here comes all your sports right here and right now on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. We start with college hoops, and Cole Anthony's 28 points, 19 of them in the second half to help North Carolina beat Wake Forest 93-83. Garrison Brooks added 25, and Brandon Robinson added 18 on 5 3-pointers for North Carolina, who won their third straight on senior night in the Dean Smith Center, that after a 7-game losing streak. Carolina's win, meanwhile, snaps Wake Forest's 2-game win streak. They were riding high after beating Notre Dame and a double overtime thriller against Duke. Head coach Danny Manning.
There's always a lot of emotion and energy in the building, and we experienced that in our last home game. And, today we got off to a tough start. We got off to a bad start. I thought we showed some composure of getting back into the ball game by halftime. And then the second half, it was an offensive game. And, we only had 13 turnovers, which is a low number for us, but it resulted in 21 points for us.
Top 25 finals last night. Tennessee shocked number 6 Kentucky 81-73. Number 9 Maryland also lost to an unranked. Rutgers beat them 78-67. 20th ranked Penn State losers to 16th ranked Michigan State 79-71. And Purdue upset 18th ranked Iowa 77-68. The San Antonio Spurs gave Tim Duncan his first victory as an acting head coach with a 104-103 victory over the Hornets last night. Longtime Spurs coach Greg Popovich missed a game while dealing with personal issues, according to the team. He's expected to return to the bench Friday night against Brooklyn Nets. Terry Rozier had 20 points, and P.J. Washington added 19 on 5 3-pointers for the Hornets. Elsewhere in the NBA, Brooklyn down Boston in overtime. Minnesota beat New Orleans. The Clippers clipped Oklahoma City. Golden State beat Denver, and Toronto took down Phoenix 123-114. Sacramento winners over Washington, and the Lakers cruise past Philly 120-107. This is NCN Sports.
Welcome spring with fun and fresh special programs on UNC TV. Here's just a sample. Tonight at 8, relive your childhood as Gloria Estefan and top Muppet and human stars celebrate Sesame Street, 50 years and still sunny. Then at 9:30, join Aretha Franklin, Melissa Etheridge, and more for Rise Up with Songs of the Women's Movement. There's much more for you during UNC TV's Neighbor by Neighbor Spring Fundraiser, now through March 15th, only on member-supported UNC TV. See more at unctv.org/specials.
Did you know North Carolina ranks number 1 in the nation in the production of sweet potatoes and tobacco, and number 2 in hogs, turkeys, and Christmas trees? North Carolina farmers produce, grow, and raise over 80 different commodities. At Farm Credit, we appreciate the bounty provided by North Carolina's farmers. Through all seasons, from the mountains to the coast, remember to thank a farmer. Farm Credit, we're farmer strong. Visit us at farmcreditofnc.com.
A heavy helping last night in the NHL. St. Louis downing the New York Rangers 3-1. Montreal slammed the Islanders 6-2. And Pittsburgh, they emptied the clip on Ottawa 7-3 the final. Boston 2-1 over Tampa Bay. Winnipeg beat Buffalo, who's been slumping, 3-1 the final there. Minnesota beating Nashville 3-1. Chicago 6-2 winners over Anaheim. Vegas shut out New Jersey 3-0. The Sharks 5-2 winners over Toronto, and Edmonton needed overtime to double up on Dallas 2-1. Fourth-ranked Louisville is the unquestioned headliner at the ACC tournament. The Cardinals won the regular season race outright for the first time since joining the league before the 2014-2015 season. They had shared the regular season crown with Notre Dame the past 2 years. This year's Louisville team finished 2 games ahead of number 10 NC State as it pursues its second ACC title. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Cactus Creek Coffee Roasters of Aberdeen has been roasting premium coffees for over 15 years. With over 55 different flavors of coffees from the world's most renowned growing regions, it's no wonder places like Mean Bean, High Octane, The Roast Office, and Fort Bragg serve Cactus Creek coffees. Like flavor with your Morning Joe? Cactus Creek has over 75 different flavors of Tarani syrups to choose from, regular and sugar-free. Open Monday through Friday, 6:30 A to 6 P, and Saturdays from 8 to 3. Cactus Creek Coffee on Highway 5 at O'Connor Place behind the Fastenal building.
This is Smoke In Steve from the Smoke Inn in Southern Pines. Have I got an event for all you cigar connoisseurs? Smoke Inn is having the first ever Smoke In dinner at the Ironwood Cafe in Southern Pines on March 21st from 6 o'clock until whenever the smoking lamp goes out. Ashton, who's sponsoring it, will be providing cigars for everyone, and there'll be prizes, gifts, raffles, awards, and a heck of a lot of good people to meet that you've never met before that are all in the same boat as you. Love to smoke cigars. This dinner is in conjunction with the Smoke In Golf Tournament, and you do not have to play golf or participate in it, but if you just wish to attend the dinner, we would love to have you. If you do decide you want to play in the golf tournament as well, you can sign up at the Smoke In at any time between now and March 10th. So, get yourself together, come on over to the shop, call us at 910-246-0119, or just show up and we'll get you squared away as far as attending the dinner or playing golf. So, as I tell everyone, keep it lit.
At Sand Hills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art Chief straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sand Hills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Village View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sand Hills Collision Center, because you deserve the best.
Hi, this is Rich Wagner from Whispering Pines. I've been suffering with acute back and knee pain for many months, and after trying visits to the doctor, painkillers, and spinal injections with no relief, I went to see Dr. Wright at Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes. After the first visit, I noticed a lot of improvement, and I've continued to improve with each treatment. Thanks to Dr. Wright, I'm feeling much better than I have in a very long time. I was skeptical about chiropractic treatment at first, but it has truly given me my life back.
This is Dr. Wright. I can't guarantee I can fix every problem, but I will tell you honestly whether chiropractic can be of help for your particular issue. Living with pain is not always the only option. Doesn't it make sense to explore every avenue before resigning yourself to the limitations of pain? Call our office today to schedule a consultation and start living again. 673-2225.
Hey, IHOP on 15501 near Wells Fargo and Southern Pines is now open at 6 a.m. 7 days a week. In addition to their huge menu, IHOP also has an early bird special every morning from 6 to 7 a.m. Couple of eggs, bacon or sausage, hash browns, and pancakes for just $5.99. And on Monday afternoon, 3 to 5, eat pancake short stacks for $3.99. Google IHOP Southern Pines NC and click on menu. There's something for everyone and plenty of parking behind the IHOP building on 15501.
I just love IHOP.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the Pool Advantage.
War Dogs Army Surplus Store in Southern Pines is Southern Pines' #1 surplus store. Serving the Fort Bragg area, we buy, sell, and trade military, tactical, outdoor clothing, and gear. We are your military surplus low-price leader and take pride in serving our local military members and community. Bring us your military gear because we pay more and sell for less than anyone in the area, guaranteed. At War Dogs, we make it our top priority to provide quality, high-end tactical gear at the lowest prices. Come in today and bring your used gear or check out our massive inventory, the largest in Southern Pines. We're open Monday through Friday, 10:30 until 5:30 and 11 to 4 on Saturday. We're located at 675 Southwest Broad Street in Southern Pines, right across the street from Beefeaters. Or give us a call at 910-920-7749. That's 920-7749. War Dogs.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Congratulations to Mike and Victoria Harden. They're the district attorney-elect for Moore County. At the same time, I'd like to offer my very sincere condolences to Moore and Hope County. I shouldn't have to, but let me explain. The Hardens won the election. That doesn't change what they are or who they represent. This win merely reaffirmed my belief that the candidate who goes negative enough and has enough money always wins. Now, for those of you, including the Hardens, who thinks this is just sour grapes, well, think again. Do you actually believe that all of a sudden, just like that, because you received the most votes in this election, I was all of a sudden going to spray sunshine and wish you luck? Listen, I worked hard against the Hardens because they're going to be a disaster for Moore and Hope counties. Nothing's changed that. Hope County had a chance to climb out of the swamp. Instead, it's gurgled over and drained into Moore County. And every one of us knows and talks about the worries that we have, the worries that Soros and other big donors will be able to buy their way into power, and still we fall straight down into that trap. So no, I'm not backing off of my sincere belief that when they take place, we'll begin to see the slow decline of Moore County. Just wait and observe. I hate it for Moore County, one of the best places you could ever live. Hope everyone has a good day. From the Zumwalt Zone.
Good morning, everyone. We're starting mostly cloudy this morning. Few showers possible this afternoon, really to the south of the area, and temperatures back in the low to mid-60s for today. Tonight, mostly cloudy sky. Could still see a few showers across the area, back in the low to mid-40s for Thursday morning. Mostly cloudy sky Thursday afternoon, still back in the isolated to scattered rain category to the south, and temperatures in the low to mid-50s. With the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
And now, the San
Sandhills' #1 morning show, Mornings with the Leader Man, here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB, and heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Hello, citizens. I'm taking a holiday from crime fighting in Gotham City. No rest from danger, though, because all around us is that deadly daily danger, traffic. I admire the way all you British children triumph over this danger by learning and using the road safety code, like curb drill. Before crossing the road, you stop at the curb, look right, look left, look right again, and then only if the road is clear, walk quickly across. Be smart, be safe. Always do your curb drill. Okay, turn your radio up.
Good morning, gentle freaks.
Who are you calling a freak?
You and your whole freak show. You're a freak.
Freak. Well, that definitely is clarifying.
What a freak.
Freaky. I'll tell you what's freaky. Freaky Hump Day. Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
We're trying something new. The Grassroots Viral Campaign.
Now your freak flag's flying. Let the freak out begin.
Showtime.
I don't remember what day it was. I didn't notice what time it was. All I know is that I fell in love with you. And if all my dreams come true, I'll be spending time with you. Every day's a new day.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot refers to you. Hey, go grab yourself an apple fritter. You still have a few seconds here. Get a nice cup of coffee, clean off the coffee table or the kitchen table. Just sweep all that stuff on the floor so that you can have a nice flat surface there to take some notes, because John Zumwalt's here to give us some information.
All right, you got your standing orders. Don't forget, of course, this program is being brought to you by Southern Angel Donuts. While you were sleeping, the Angels will break baking fresh Heavenly Donuts, Southern Angel Donuts in Olmsted Village Shopping Center. They're open from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. And this morning's show is also brought to you by Wycard Realtors, Town and Country. Whether you're ready to buy or sell now or even a year from now, call the experts at Wycard's to get to the service you deserve when buying or selling your home. Wycard Realtors, Town and Country, 910-235-3685. That's 235-3685. And don't forget, this program is also being seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available to you right now at talk973.com. That's talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. If you're on a mobile device, you can get it with your YouTube app. Put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search. And if you're on your mobile device, you can also get our digital crystal clear stream, audio only, by using one of your streaming apps such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streama. Don't fade out on me yet, song. There you go. Just put WEEB in the search. And if you're on our website at talk973.com, upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says On the Air, Listen Live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area is going to be mostly cloudy today. Scattered showers possible. A high of 61, just enough to make it a little sputtery out there. Tonight, more of the same, below 46. Thursday, though, rain likely throughout the day. Cloudy with a high of 52. Mostly cloudy, scattered showers Thursday night, a low of 38. And full sunshine returns on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It'll be partly cloudy to sunny. Look for high Friday of 56, Saturday 54, Sunday 61, 67 on Monday before rain comes through on Tuesday. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are calm, visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure 3002, dew point 46, humidity 83%. It's partly cloudy, 51 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right. We perfectly timed that one.
Yeah, so I was going to say, where's that professional guy? We need to get him in here to end on the music.
All right. Time for our Zoom Wall Zone Wednesday style. Here's John.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'd like to make this a roundtable discussion with you two. We're going to talk about the elections yesterday, and I think we might have some things to say that might surprise you. We'll see. I want to start at the top, and we're just going to talk about the way Moore County voted. We're not going to go with the entire state. We're interested in Moore County. And, of course, Donald Trump got 92% of the vote, and that's important. And let me tell you why I think it's important, you guys. It shows that we are happy with our president. We're happy with a very conservative guy. We're happy with someone who stands up and does what he says he will do. This, I believe this county remains, in spite of some of the outcome of these elections, very much a conservative county who wants a man who will stand up and do what he says he'll do. 92% for Donald Trump. Continue to be very much a Republican person who we're happy with. You guys jump in if you got anything to say.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, obviously you have 8% you got to work on. We need to find out who those people are.
Well, you're never going to get those guys. Never.
Well, maybe.
They're either Democrats or maybe some of them are from a different party.
Or professional undecided.
Yeah. Professional undecided.
Professionally.
I don't know how you can be undecided in a race like this.
No.
Let's go down to Tom Tillis. Now, he's a Republican. A lot of us are not happy with him, including me. He's wishy-washy. He sometimes decides to back Trump, and then when he gets threatened, or rather not back Trump, and then when he gets threatened, he backs him. He got 76%. He should have gotten 92% like Trump, but he didn't. I voted for him only because I don't want to lose that Republican seat, but this should be a warning to him. If you get 76% and you're a sitting senator, you really need to up your game a little bit. What do you guys think?
I think this is a seat that probably is going to be targeted by the Democrats as obtainable. And you'll see a lot of George Soros money in here as well as some Bloomberg money.
Yeah, Bloomberg, all of them. And the other key here is that, if you look at the total vote count for Trump versus the total vote count for Tillis, it drops way off. So 76% is not the same 92% that Trump got. It's not, not based on that same bottom line number of individuals voting.
And then, of course, the reason he's going to be targeted is because he's going to be one of the easier targets. And that's because he did not align himself with our President Trump. Let's go to governor's race. Dan Forrest, no surprise at all. He won this race by 88%. That's very good. I think we could look for him to be our next governor. I hope so. We don't know, though. You never know.
If you look at the total turnout on the Democrat ballots versus Republican ballots, I know they're out there in force because of the presidential nominee kind of thing, but the Republican total vote count was well below the Democrat vote count.
Plus we've got to remember that we can't get we know what Moore County will do most of the time, but there's a whole state
right
he's got to run.
Yeah, you can't, you can't sit here and think, I don't need to vote, he's a shoo-in, I'll let somebody else carry the ball across the line. Everybody's got to get out there and pick up the runner, and everybody's got to carry him across, not just one or two.
I think one of the races that probably surprised people a lot was out of 9 candidates for lieutenant governor, the man who won was our very own John Ritter. And I know a lot of the reason he won was because he lives in Moore County. That's not enough. He got out, he campaigned, he spoke a lot of places, and if you hear anyone talk about John Ritter, the very first words that will come out of their mouth is, he is just such a nice guy, and he is. But I tell you, his debating skills were excellent. I learned some things from him that I plan to use someday if I'm ever in another debate. John Ritter is a good man, a smart man. He did not win the state race, but he did come in fourth, which is pretty doggone amazing.
Yeah, he's an impressive guy. He's got a great message and a great delivery, just like you're saying. And on top of it, he seems to be, I don't know him all that well. I've only met him once, but he does seem to be that quote-unquote nice guy.
Who won the state race?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Who won the state race for lieutenant governor?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, his name just flew out of my head.
Mine too. A lot of names flying out of my head these days, and a lot of things flying out like, why am I in the kitchen? But another telling statistic here in this race is that Renee Elmers, who we also interviewed in here, got 8%, and that's good, and it tells us a story. When you start not doing what you're supposed to do, and when you start backing and doing things that apply to liberals, you lose more county voters. So don't do that. Right. So
Tillis should pay attention to that.
Well, I hope he does. The problem is sometimes we send these guys a message that we voted you in, so now you can just sit on your behind and not have to do anything. One of the great wins last night, one of the very good wins statewide, was Attorney General Jim O'Neill. Now, he won 50%, but he also, listen to this, his two opponents, Christine Muma and Sam Hayes, won 27% and 22%. So he won 50%, and that is absolutely a huge win for North Carolina. Jim O'Neill will be a great Attorney General. He's the guy we need. He's the guy who will be going to court. Now, unlike our President Attorney General, he will go to court and defend our vote that we took for the no ID voter ID law. That's ridiculous that that's allowed to stand.
Yeah, this is huge, and everybody needs to get out behind this guy. He won. He's a very active guy. He's a smart guy, and we need to support him and get him into office because, like John said, it's not only the voter ID, but it's it's suing. Having North Carolina suing Trump like we're currently undergoing now, which shouldn't be happening. And this individual here will be pretty good, I think, at defending our interests and our votes.
And you know what? I just got a text from someone who's listening, and thank you. Mark Robinson won.
Mark Robinson,
and we all knew that.
I saw that.
Very conservative man, a Christian man who's not ashamed to proclaim it.
Yeah, there were a huge number of great candidates.
Yeah, there were great candidates, and so congratulations to Mark Robinson for taking that. That was a tough race. I didn't see it get dirty, but it was just a tough race, and so I don't know how I forgot that.
Yeah, we need to get behind him and support him, just like we supported Mr. Ritter there, and everybody needs to push.
I couldn't agree. Now, and I want to say a word about the Attorney General race. Christine Muma put out a lot of bad information on Jim O'Neill. Said he was supporting sanctuary cities for illegal aliens. All that kind of thing was false. He was able to raise enough money to overcome that, and I'm so glad he did. She only got 27% of the vote, and we're through with that for now. So the auditor, Tim Hogemeyer, a guy that we like, he was been in here. And
he was great. Yeah,
he was really good. So I'm glad he won. And remember, this is just the...
Well, he won here in Moore County.
Oh, Moore County, yeah.
But he didn't.
No, he did not, and don't ask me who did. Maybe I'll get another text. In Moore County, and I keep forgetting we're just talking about Moore County, Causey won the insurance by 67%. I don't think that was any surprise.
No, not at all.
Secretary of State, we elected, we voted for E.C. Sykes, another great
and
candidate.
I think he won the statewide too. So
did he?
Yes.
I had a very late night last night, and then I had a early morning, so I haven't really had a chance to break all these down. We'll be able to do that later.
You should have run to work instead of driving that $90,000 pickup truck.
Well, what I usually do is run halfway and have someone pick me up.
Oh, okay. All right.
After 7 or 8 miles, I start getting a little bit tired. Another race that I was, quite frankly, completely surprised by, especially the kind of a lopsided way it turned out. Jamie Bowles won. And I'm rounding these percentages off one way or the other. 60% of the vote. Bob Timmy got 40%. I've never seen anyone put on a better campaign, cleaner campaign, honest campaign, and present his side of the argument better than Bob Timmy did. Bob's such a good man, and Jamie Bowles won. Now, I told Jamie, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago, Jamie's a big fan here. He listens all the time. Hello, Jamie. I told him that if he won, I'm done. I will never, he is unbeatable. There's no way he could be beat because I don't think he's done much for us. And matter of fact, I think he's hurt us. But Bob Timmy did win, did lose. I think those negative mailers that were absolute lies that he sent out probably hurt Timmy. The ones that Jamie Bowles sent out.
And I think they also get read and looked at, and people tend to remember the negatives.
I think you're right, and that had to hurt him because you just can't have that kind of thing going out and people reading them and thinking, well, maybe this guy is a liberal, maybe he is against the Second Amendment. To say things like that about Bob Timmy, things that you know are obviously false, it's just despicable. But my theory, and I didn't make this up, I got it from Rush Limbaugh, and he didn't call me on the phone, folks, and he rarely calls me. He said that...
Calls me all the time.
Does he?
Says, where's my check?
Well, next time, put me on the phone. But Rush says that when you go negative, people don't like that. People criticize it. They hate it. They talk the entire campaign. All of us do. Oh, he's going negative. We all say that. But when all's said and done, the person who goes negative first and goes negative big with the funds behind it always wins these races. Going negative works. And we saw this in this race. We saw Bob Timmy slaughter Jamie Bowles in a debate, one-on-one. A couple of people said they felt sorry for Jamie, and I kind of did too a little bit. But he won. He won the race, so that's that. And
are you getting a text?
Yeah, I'm getting a text.
Somebody going negative.
Oh my gosh! Wait a minute, I'm getting a text. Sorry, Jamie. Actually, someone was telling me the auditor that won was Tony Street. Right. Tony Street. Yeah. So, okay. Let's go down to the North Carolina District Court Judge, Court 19D. No surprise there. No surprise at all. Marissa Curry lost. She got 14% of the vote. And Steve Bybee got 85%. I kind of got to know Marissa Curry a little bit. And I think she's a wonderful person. I liked her a lot, and we talked a great deal. But I don't think there's any surprise that Steve won. He's got the experience. I supported him, as did most everyone. The only reason he's not the judge anymore was because a Republican candidate jumped in that last election and split the vote. And why they allowed that to happen, I don't know.
No, that was our state legislature did that.
But if you recall, they put in the son of our last sheriff.
Well, yeah, they put in a swampy guy, but
they split that vote and then
you're talking about Brian.
Right.
Brian, yeah, and then they split that vote and allowed the.
Well, Steve Bybee's got his shot again, and he's a popular guy. He's got a lot of family here, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of, plus he's just a good, rational individual on the bench.
He's a very good, I couldn't say it any better, and well-known, but we can't get lazy. We can't get complacent because he's going to have a pretty tough Democrat.
Yes.
That he's running against.
Yeah, we need to make sure we get him across the finish line.
Got to get him there. All right, the one that probably most people want to hear me in particular talk about is the DA race. Hardin and Mike and Victoria beat Arthur Donadio 63% to 36.89%. It was a pretty decisive race. There was nothing close about this. And it's I know this is the part where I'm supposed to say, well, congratulations. The voters have spoken, and I just hope they'll do a good job. Well, I'm not going to say that. I don't take anything away from the voters. We there's no possibility that I would ever want to say the voters don't matter. We need to overrule this somehow. No, the voters.
Oh, they were successfully duped.
Well, exactly. Voters have spoken, and God bless this great nation. We're going by our constitutional rules. But the voters have spoken, and so now these two will be in office, two for the price of one. And I believe the voters were duped. I remember when President Obama was elected, and I'm going to have to go back to Rush. He famously said on the radio, I hope he fails miserably. I hope he fails. And what he meant by that was that he knew what kind of man he was. He knew what kind of policies he would implement. And he wanted those policies to fail. And I'm going to tell you, when the Hardins take office, and that'll be January 1st, if they continue to do the kind of things that they've been doing, you will see 4 years of swamp. You'll see 4 years of them bringing their Hope County tactics over here. You'll see 4 years of deal making. You'll see 4 years, I predict, you'll see 4 years of people they know getting a little better deal than other people. So I don't wish the will of the people to disappear. I just think that, again, the Hardins went big with their swamp. They went big with their negativity. You cannot overcome someone playing television commercials, telling you what a dirtbag the opponent is. You can't overcome all of these billboards with Victoria and Mike dressed up so nicely and smiling. You cannot overcome these huge mailers that go out with outright lies. And anytime you have this huge negativity and you've got people reading, and just people like me, but they don't know the inside story, and they pick these things up and they say, oh my gosh, look what this opponent did. He is terrible. I will never vote for him. Well, of course they're going to feel that way, of course. If we could sit down and explain one-on-one, just put both candidates on TV and put them side by side, people would see. But again, probably everyone who's listening to this right now has uttered two words: sour grapes. I understand. I get it. I know you expect me just to say, well, they've won and good for them and they've done a very good job, but I'm not. I'm saying I feel sorry for Hope County. I feel sorry for Moore County, and we're going to see over the next 4 years, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, here comes one where we're going to be divided in this room. It's going to be 2-1. It'll be Steve, and it'll be the Colonel against me, and of course that makes it about even. But Ron Jackson, he did pretty doggone good, and I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because he didn't do a lot of campaigning. He really didn't get out, and I didn't see anybody working the polls. He's a well-liked guy. A lot of people like him. He would have done a great job. There's no doubt. He was defeated by my choice, which was Lewis Gregory, but it had nothing.
Bump on the log.
It had nothing to do with him being my choice. He's a very popular man. I think he stood up for the Second Amendment at the right time, and so I'm hoping we don't get in a big argument here about this.
No, there's no argument. He won the primary. That's fine. If he carries through and continues what he did there to get reelected, because that would be my argument, that he did those things to get reelected, but now he's got to carry through with them for the next term.
Well, you're
right. He's had 4 years to do it, and he didn't do it.
Well, that was the argument beforehand, but the voters have spoken.
$100 million disappeared. It was set aside for schools.
That's why I call him the $100 million man, but or one of them. But yeah, if he carries through and does what he said he's going to do, fine.
Well, I just got a text reminding me that one of the reasons that the school board has done so badly, rather the commissioners, and I agree with what this text says 100%. I offered Lewis Gregory no excuses, but it says they were duped. The commissioners were duped, like the Bob mob duped us in 2016.
Well, isn't their job to look a little deeper than going, okay.
Yeah. Well, look, I've got no argument with you.
They let the tail wag the dog, and it's getting old.
But again, that's it. I mean, there he is. He's there. he needs to carry through and continue what he did here in the last month or so.
He does.
For the primary.
And I think that it's our job, if we expect him to stand up against the other school board members, we need to support him.
Against the other commissioners.
Against the other commissioners.
Because the other commissioners, I think, are still going to do the slow roll and nothing.
Well, I have no idea what the other commissioners will do, but I do know that it'll be a tough road for Lewis Gregory, especially if we don't support him. The election's over, and we can argue either way, but Lewis Gregory...
Well, I'll believe it when I see him stand up and fight for us for a change.
Well, he's going to have an opportunity here shortly because Grimacy has said he's got what did he say, a non-negotiable $1.5 million or something he needs. So when that comes to the commissioners, if they vote 5-0 to give it to him, then we know we've been duped. But, we got to wait and see what happens.
We'll see, and no matter, as long as Lewis stands up for us, we've got to support him, I believe. Otherwise, he won't have the backing, and he'll just believe that he can...
That's the whole big question. You say as long as he'll stand up for us. Well, that's a big if, because he's yet to do it.
Well, we'll see.
Like I said, he started here, with the $43,000. He voted on, the Second Amendment thing, et cetera. Fine. He needs to continue that, and hopefully he can convince some of these other commissioners that some of this stuff is wrong. So, at this point, it's done. He's it. So tag with Lewis. Get on the stick and stay on it.
And I am absolutely convinced that Lewis Gregory will continue in the way he's done. I would have liked Ron Jackson, but I'm convinced that Lewis will do it. We'll see, as you said, Steve.
Yeah, Ron would have been a little more energetic, but, fine. At this point, Lewis, that's it.
All right. We need to talk about the 2 school board races. There are a lot of people sending me little funny messages about how we lost the school board, and they think they're cute. And I got a news for you guys. I've got news. We did not lose this school board race.
We got a second chance here to take it outright.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We most certainly did not lose this. This was a race that had the District 2 race had Helena Wallen-Miller in it, Robert Levy, and Crystal Williams. Helen Miller had 41% of the vote, and Robert Levy had 40% of the vote. She had 41 and he had 40. Now, those two will go to the general election. It'll be Helen Wallen-Miller versus Robert Levy. Let me tell you why we didn't lose this. Helena Wallen-Miller has been on the school board now for years. We have talked about how the school board is failing, and we've talked about this over and over and over again, what a crummy job she's doing. She barely pulled ahead of Robert Levy, and Robert Levy really has done very little campaigning compared to the entire Bob mob. This was not really a vote for Robert Levy. This was a vote against the school board. Crystal Williams got 18% of the vote, and I'm sure that Crystal Williams is a wonderful lady, but I've never seen her. I don't know what she looks like. I've never seen her out campaigning.
Not even at the polls, as far as I know. I saw no one there with her.
So for her to get 18%, and that really shows you that people are upset about
And the key here is on the general election ballot, you will see Wallen-Miller and you'll see Levy. So, this is not a loss, folks. You need to pay attention. They're both going to be on the ballot.
I think it's a big win against the school board. Now, in District 1, we had Weaver versus Philip Holmes, and then we had Edward Spence at 23%. Now, again, as Jeff was saying earlier, it's going to be in the general election, you'll see Weaver versus Holmes. No one ever heard of Holmes, relatively speaking. He came from nowhere, but he was a candidate that we backed because we knew we need to get rid of the school board. We've got to get him out of there, and I think we're going to do it. Edward Spence, who, again, probably a wonderful person, got 23% of the vote. So that's 2 cases where the incumbent on the school board did not win a majority. And that's pretty bad. That's an indictment against our school board, and we've got to keep it up. We've got to keep the education up and let people know that we've got to get rid of this school board.
Yeah, so you're going to be hearing a lot more from Robert Levy and is it Philip Holmes? I think it's Philip Holmes. And
Philip Holmes.
So we're we need to push those
and
two.
Also David.
Well, there'll be a third race on there too, but that hasn't really. David Hensley will be running, and he'll be on the. That's right. That's
fall ballot.
Yeah. So guess what, people? There's still opportunity here to show Helen Wallen Miller the door, because that's what she deserves, to see the backside of that door. And given the money that's been thrown away, given the money that has been put into a school that sits on polluted ground, and numerous other things. I mean, we'll get into all of them again. I know you're tired of hearing it, but you're going to hear it, because she needs to go. She needs to go.
And all the emergency funds. That they always got to have.
Yeah, there's not enough time to list all the stuff, but we'll be getting it out there.
You got 20 seconds, John. Final word.
Well, my final word is that the voters in this county were duped by the Hardens, just like the Bob mob duped us. And what does that get us? It gets us regret. We'll see, and we'll have a lot more to say about this later on.
All right, so it goes for this Wednesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow for a Thumping Thursday morning with the Leader Man. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airways, because they are the backbone of our economy. Your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs for all of us when you give them first crack of your spending dollars. And just put your tongue past your gum and tell them WEEB told you to come. And also, don't forget, millions of Americans have fought, they have died, to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their families' sacrifice. I'm Chief Leader Adams, and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog will all see you this afternoon at 2 at the Dog Park.